All right, well, I want to talk about YouTube agents. There's literally people on YouTube all day long. I mean, there's tons of them. I don't know how they do it or what, but they literally comment on your videos and they try to discredit the information that you're putting out. And all it ends up doing is proving that exactly everything that I talk about in my videos is real. And I'm just going to expose it here. I know other people have done this. I mean, and these things have been happening to me for a while, but it's just, I'm not even mad about it. I mean, it's honestly kind of funny because they're helping me out. They're hooking me up by proving my point here. So today I just made a video about the 923s connected to Steph Curry and LeBron James. I also talked about how it ties into Pope Francis. There was a big deal this year was about Pope Francis coming to the United States at 923, or on his 923rd day as Pope. He went to the White House at 923 on 923. There was a ton of foreshadowing of 923 in movies, music, media, whatever, just like they did with 9/11 before the World Trade Center attack or whatever, the CGI happened. And literally, it seems like every single time that I put out like something that I know I really hit hard on, or a video that I felt like I put out a lot of good information on, every single time that happens, I get comments on all my old videos. And most of the time, it's just a bunch of nonsense that doesn't make any sense. It's by people who just started an account like the day before. They don't have a picture. They have nothing. Once in a while, it's just a random person. I know that it's a real person even. But anyway, after I posted this right here, literally I don't even know, 15 minutes after I posted that, I got a notification on my Gmail. And it was about this video right here, Carrie Orozco death hoax. And in this video, I talk about the death of Carrie Orozco, the Omaha police officer who was supposedly shot and killed. I talk about how I don't know for sure if it was a hoax or not. And I mean, it's irrelevant anyway, but if she was murdered, it was by the numbers. And in this video, I talked a lot about how it was especially coded to 29 and 92. It's mirror. Orozco equals 92. She died 92 days after her baby was born, which was a big part of the story. She was also 29 years old. It was even connected to Pope Francis. She was born on 9/19, the day that Pope Francis began his trip to the United States. He went to Cuba on 9/19. Also, Obama's going to Cuba pretty soon on March 21st, so interesting to think about. But the last time that an Omaha police officer was murdered or killed in the line of duty like that was this guy, Jason Ty Pratt, who died on 9/19 of 2003. He got shot on 9/11 and then died on 9/19 of 2003. Carrie Orozco happens to be born on this day. This guy, even born on May 19th, Carrie Orozco dies on May 20th, just one day off. But it was also 122 days before 9/19 that she died. Pope Francis equals 122. Lots of coding. The people who are commenting on here aren't even watching the video, and they're just being ridiculous. So anyway, I posted about the Thunders and the Warriors on 3-3. A lot of good information in them videos as well. I make this post about Steph Curry, and right afterward I get this comment. I mean no offense, which surprisingly it's actually a pretty nice comment. I mean no offense, but I'd prefer this to be taken down. Carrie was one of my aunts, and I feel like this is slandering her good name. If you watch the video, I do not slander her whatsoever. If anything, I'm proving that she got murdered by the numbers, and I would assume if this is a real person, which I don't believe it is, it would be a younger kid, so I didn't say anything mean. I tried to not do that anyway, I try to just be calm and peaceful with people. There's no point for me to get mad about it because I know what's going on. And I'm honestly not even an angry person, you know. I'm not one of them people who gets mad about these things or just think a lot of things in general. I mean, I try to be. I should be mad about a lot of this stuff. But I'm just not that person. I never have been. But anyway, so I thought I was maybe a younger kid and whatnot. I just kind of said, you know, I'm not slandering her. You know, you should really be thinking about this and start to really open your eyes and figure out what's going on, because if she really is your aunt, then she's murdered by the numbers. And you know what? I mean, you should be sharing this video. You should be telling the whole world, you know. You should be watching more of my videos to understand what I'm talking about if you don't understand it, you know. That's basically the whole point of what I was writing in here. But I'm almost positive that this person isn't real, or it's just a YouTube agent. And the reason why is, like, right after I left this comment, all of a sudden I got another comment on an old video by this person on my Corey Taylor, Kanye West, whatever video. Corey Taylor dissed Kanye West and it went viral because he said he's not the greatest living rock star of all time. I'll talk more about that in a second. This video, though, literally, it has to have something good in it, because this video has been the most attacked video that I have. And a lot of the stuff isn't even on there anymore. I had people that made accounts from like the day before telling me to like kill myself, they're going to kill my family, and I'm a retard and all this other junk, you know. There's still comments on there, but a lot of them actually aren't there anymore. And I don't have a clue how to find them. I never took a screenshot of it. I mean, at the time I just thought, oh, whatever, you know. No big deal. But, okay, well, let's move on here. So, you can read through this if you want to pause it and read through it. I mean, if this person would actually watch my video or watch any of my videos, they would know that what they just wrote in here has absolutely nothing to do with what I am talking about and how I'm showing the numbers. It absolutely has nothing to do with it. They're not, I mean, they're showing me gematria here. They spelled out bullshit in gematria. Look, there's 8 numbers, blah, 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 you know? It's just stupid, but it's absolutely not what I'm doing. I'm not, like, taking, like, okay, an example. I just remembered my dick is 9 inches long, and 9/11 is the length of my dick. Like, I'm not talking about that ever. Never once do I say something like that. I compare gematria to the calendars and literally use the same system every single time. So I don't know how this person can write this stuff in here unless they didn't even watch the video. And it's a fake person anyway, so it doesn't even matter. That's why they didn't. Anyway, notice that the only word in this whole thing besides the 2 H's here, which I'll bring up in a second, the only word that they put in capitalization is the. The 33 word, the highest degree of Scottish Rite Freemasonry, the. The in Jewish gematria equals 113, just like the word Scottish in simple English gematria. And the reason that sticks out is because my previous video or post, I haven't even made a video yet, I'm going to, or I'm going to upload them here in a second, but my previous posts or whatever were all about the 923 with Steph Curry, LeBron James, also how it ties into the 113, Michael Jordan equals 113 in gematria, tons of other stuff with this. The 113 goes with the 923. Also, in regards to the other video with Carrie Roscoe, the person decides to comment 290 days after she dies. I told you the whole video was about 29 and 92, and now I get a comment 290 days later. In numerology, you take out the 0, that is a 29. So, no doubt, a fake person. Also in gematria, look at this. Gematria, their name, ICANN has gaming, 113. No coincidence. Also, when they commented on the Carrie Roscoe video, it was 9 weeks and 2 days after this person commented. And this person, I actually believe is a real person. I even looked her up on Facebook, and she's even friends with other people that I am friends with. So, whatever, and she was really nice in the comments. Basically just said, I know Carrie Roscoe, and it's not a hoax. And then she even agreed with me about the government, or I can't remember what it was. She said the government does control, does do some of these hoaxes, but this is not one, blah, blah, blah. Regardless, if it's a hoax or not, though, it was by the numbers, so she was murdered by the numbers. And just funny that they would do this 9 weeks and 2 days later. Also, 65 and 25, also numbers I talk about a whole lot in regards to Philadelphia. Another reason that this person isn't a YouTube agent is for the fact that she has her real name on YouTube, a picture. You can find her. There's a way to find out about her. This person, if you go to their deal, absolutely nothing. It's just a bunch of, they love video games. They don't have any substance on their YouTube profile. They don't have a real name. You can't find them anywhere else. This happens constantly. Most of the time, people don't even have a picture. And a lot of the times, like I said, people just started an account like a week ago or a day ago. Anyway, on this Corey Taylor video, I put this Corey Taylor video up on 7/22, a day that involves pie and whatnot. I even talked about Steph Curry is born on Pie Day and whatnot, everything else, but 7/22. And then today I get a comment on 3/5, exactly 227 days later, 7/22, the mirror 227. No coincidence. I haven't had a comment on this video for months, and then randomly out of nowhere, I get one telling me I'm a retard and all this other junk 227 days after 7/22 when I put the video up. In this video, I talk about the Kanye West connection. I don't mention to the Paris attacks at the time, but Kanye West was connected to the Paris attacks. And there's a ton of other things, though. He got booed off the stage in Glastonbury because he was singing the Queen song. He was in Glastonbury on June 27th, which is also June 26th in the United States. June 26th, the day that gay marriage was legalized, Kanye West was singing the Queen song, right? Freddie Mercury, the singer of Queen, died of AIDS. Queen, the gay band. And lots of other connections to it, Actually, I wrote them in here. So the video was about gay marriage being legalized on 6/26. Kanye sung the Queen song at Glastonbury. I talked about Queen Elizabeth being coded to the 26 and 62. She became the queen on 2/6 of 1952. She turned 26 that year as well. She was also born in 1926. She was coronated on 6/2, 62 years ago. Till right now, anyway, until 6/2. The day the NBA Finals begin this year will be the anniversary of her coronation. And then I talked about Slipknot because their bass player that died was Paul Gray. Lots of connections to his death as well. But this Paul Gray, it was right after, the Freddie Gray death. Freddie equals 51, Gray equals 51, Kanye West equals 51, Taylor Swift equals 51. I even talked about the 51s in regards to the Cleveland Cavaliers in my previous post. Slipknot, even their newest album is even called The Gray Chapter. Also, 6/26 was the halfway point between 3/29 and 9/23, the mirrors, 9/23, 9/23. 3/29 just so happens to be the 88th day of the year. It's 89 days after 3/29 to 6/26 is 89 days, 6/26 to 9/23, 89 days. Queen Elizabeth is 89 years old. The person who commented on the video was Betsy Ann Morgan. Equals the same thing as Queen Elizabeth, just like the Cleveland Cavaliers that I talked about in my previous post. Also notice how 6/26 to March 5th is a span of 8 months, 8 days, and they capitalize the two H's in their comment. HH, the 88.